From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Strata Networks. I'm your host, Chris Piner, and today we're joined with two good fellows from the Ashley National Forest. Am I saying that right? Or you say the Forest Service?
Either way.
Either way. Well, that's who they are. And we have Renee Arce and Rhett Berkman. Is that right? So we welcome both of you for coming today.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk a little bit about the season, winter, and some of the things that are going on in the forest, and maybe what some of our guests may be able to do to take advantage of that great space.
Yeah, well, winter is upon us, you know. It's cold outside, and we just want to talk about some of the fun things people can get out and do rather than just staying indoors. So one of the main things we want to talk about is quick trips you can do in like one or half a day. Run up the mountain and get some good recreation in. And we have all kinds of things that people can do or try for the first time. We have cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and basically just getting outside.
So with things like cross-country skiing or snowshoeing, we're talking about mainly trails or places where you can do that, or do you also have equipment available?
We don't actually have any equipment available for rent. Everybody needs to provide their own.
Right.
There are some businesses in town that do rent some ski gear and some snowshoe gears, things like that. One of the quick places you can go just right outside of town is up the Flume Trail, which is in Dry Fork, and that's a real nice spot for the winter. And we just finished a new trailhead up there, so if you have a snowmobile, you can park your truck there and go up Brownie Canyon, hit the Red or the White Cloud Loop. We head up that way. We do groom the roads in the winter, the Red and the White Cloud Loop, with an agreement with the county. And but basically, if you just want to get out of the house, I mean, there's the Grizzly Ridge Trail, there's the Old Ski Tow Rope Trail, the Bassett Springs Trail. You can even go up to Flint Gorge, hit the Red Pine Trail, just go for a walk and get up.
There's really no reason for people to be intimidated by this because if they don't know where it is. As it has been in the past, you have maps available.
Yeah, and all they need to do is go to the Forest Service offices or go online. Those maps, the winter use maps, are available online, and there are any number of different.
You can find out where you can go and what has been groomed and ready to go. It seemed like you also had some GPS maps or something like that.
Yeah, we online you can get some local GPS points from our current travel management map.
Okay.
But those are a little bit more technical.
Right. So if you know what that means, then
I think those are more
it's
for
there.
Like motorized use.
Okay.
But the winter travel map is available online. You can print it off at home.
Great.
Or you can go to the office and pick one up.
Right. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about this inversion thing that we're experiencing. So off camera, I got a little bit of information about this. Let's go there.
Yeah, it comes in and basically it traps the cold right here in town, and we can feel how cold it is, and it makes you want to stay inside. What a lot of people don't know is if you get up above that inversion cloud, up in the mountains, it can be 20 degrees difference and bright blue sunny skies up there, and
right.
you can tell the difference. It's a lot warmer, and it's just nice to be up there.
And clearer too.
A lot clearer. It's very beautiful on top of the mountain when it's getting all hazy and cold.
So that is literally that. When we see that inversion haze, it really is a layer.
It is. When you're up there, you can see it, and it looks like a blanket.
So I keep hearing this kind of thing. We'll take it from them. If you're
go.
just getting those winter blahs and you want to get out of that, and the temperature difference can even be significant. Every now and then that feels good too. Yeah. What better way to do it than outdoors, but in the mountains going high? You would think it'd be colder, but it's really the opposite.
Exactly.
How nice. So get out those old snowshoes, right? And the cross-country skis. What other kind of things can people do? You mentioned snowmobiling.
Yeah, we do groom, like I was saying, the Red and White Cloud Loop through the winter, and it comes down through Brownie Canyon. We even groom up towards Leidy Peak. And those trails, after they're groomed, makes it real nice to snowmobile on, and you can access some of the higher country up there, depending on your skill level. You can stay on the road and keep it safe, or you can go further up in the mountain.
Are these fairly well traveled, or is it?
We get a couple of people, on the weekend. There's not a huge crowd. But what I do want to remind everybody is all of our gates are closed to to vehicle use. So even if a gate looks like it's open, do not drive behind it, or you will get stuck and end up having to stay the night, and hopefully someone comes along eventually. So you don't want to drive.
You don't
behind.
want to be in that situation. No. I'm not a snowmobiler myself, although it sounds like a lot of fun, but that almost sounds even more appealing that it's not tons of people there. Maybe you kind of want to get away from people and get away from it all. But how nice. So you can stop by the Forest Service office to get some information about where to go and maps. And for the newcomer to this kind of thing, you might be able to help them out a little bit too.
Definitely. We can
All
recommend-
levels.
We can recommend places to go, trails to check out. You know, like I said, whether they have a whole day, a half a day, or even more than that, they can come talk to us about
You can
that.
kind of cater the weekend for them, or your little outdoor getaway. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the opportunities people have to actually stay there. So we'll get to the ranger stations and yurts in just a moment. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor, Strata Networks.
Strata Networks is proud to bring the first true 4G LTE network to the Uinta Basin. 4G LTE is the most powerful mobile broadband available anywhere in the world. With speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G, you can stay connected like never before. Video chat without delay, stream HD TV or movies in an instant, and download or upload in seconds. For details, visit us in Roosevelt or Vernal or call 622-5007. More speed, more power. 4G LTE, only from Strata Networks.
Welcome back to Local Point. I'm joined by Renee Arce and Rhett Berkman from the Ashley National Forest. We're talking about winter recreation activities available to the public. We've covered a little bit of the maps that are available and trails that have been groomed for snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, even some snowmobiling, and the opportunity to escape the inversion when we're in that. What a great reminder. I love that you brought that today. With a big temperature difference sometimes, and any temperature difference at that time is welcome and nice.
And sunshine.
And sunshine too, a little bit of clear sky. We forget how much those things mean to us. But just before we left the last segment, we were just getting ready to talk about extended stay. You mentioned that someone could come by and spend a short amount of time in the forest, or a half a day, or maybe even longer. I know that you've got some places where people can stay, like the yurts and some of the stations. Can you tell me, either of you, about those?
Well, yeah, we do have 2 canvas-sided yurts that are reservable. So if you want to go out and do some camping, they're really quite cozy and nice and warm in there.
How big is a yurt?
It's a 16-foot by 16-foot octagon space with a nice big deck on it, so you can go out and sun yourself in the winter and whatnot.
Right.
So, and our 2 yurts, the Grizzly Ridge yurt and the Limber Flag yurt, are non-motorized access, so you need to either ski or snowshoe in there.
Okay.
And then we do have 2 guard stations that you can snowmobile into, the Trout Creek Ranger Station and the Colton Guard Station.
Right. And these, I'm guessing, also are available on maps, so people can get a little assistance.
Yes, they are, and they're all reservable online at recreation.gov.
And you do need to reserve them, right? You
do.
don't just snowshoe out
No.
and start camping. Let these guys know. Are the yurts there year-round, or is it something that just
No,
is?
yeah, they're open year-round.
You say
but
canvas-sided, but they really are a permanent
they're
installation. It's,
permanent. There's
yeah.
they have wood-burning stoves inside them, beds. So they're
okay.
pretty cozy. They stay warm in the winter. Like we said, you do need to reserve them. There is a fee to stay there, but it's just a fun thing to do in the winter.
Right. And what really is the difference between the yurts and the ranger station?
Well, the Ranger Station are facilities that were built around the turn of the century for the old Rangers that would stay up there through the winter before we had cars to run up and down the hills much. And the yurts are something that we've built in the last, decade or so.
Right. Are they comparable in size, or would you maybe get a station if you needed a little more room, if you had more people in your party, or?
Well, the yurts have 2 sets of bunk beds, and then cabin, you know, I'd just check it out online.
Check it
You know,
out.
see
All the
what- see what
information
you
is,
need.
is there.
Recreation.gov. and that-
How
you get all
cool,
your
though.
information.
And there's a little history behind those stations as well.
Yeah.
What a great experience to do. So reserve them. There's a little bit of a fee, but you've got to snowshoe or ski in
That's
to
correct.
these things.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what else can you tell me about the forest? I mean, this there's got to be some other tips we can pass on to the public. There's some danger that is inherent in going out in cold or winter weather.
Yep.
What would you advise?
Definitely tell people where you're going, especially if you're planning a multi-day snowmobile trip to one of the cabins. We do have the Trout Creek Guard Station that is available to snowmobilers. They can
Right. Of course, if
snowmobile
you
way
reserve
back
it
in
the
there.
way you should, then they'll know where you are.
Yep, but tell family where you're going. Be prepared for any situation. Snowmobile breaks down or whatever. Just be prepared and basically know where you're going. Know
Right.
before you go. Check a map. Make sure you're familiar with the area. Don't get caught out in the dark. The days are a lot shorter right now.
Right.
So just
Think
keep
about
safety
it.
in mind.
Think about it before you go. Make plans for other things. What about in the event, Rhett, that somebody does get stranded or stuck, as you mentioned?
Well,
one of these
hopefully-
gates? What do you do?
Yeah, hopefully you told someone where you were going, and someone can come and find you. But basically, if you get stuck or stranded, you just need to stay with your vehicle or whatever you can do. Build a fire to keep yourself warm.
Right.
Whatever you have to do, and hopefully you brought a little bit of survival gear with you.
Right. Don't roam around. Is there? Maybe this is a silly question. Is there any cell phone service?
You know, it's patchy up there actually, but I would never really recommend it.
Wouldn't rely
Don't
on that.
depend on it,
Don't
yeah.
rely on it. Right. But it could. Right. Well, it's always good to be safe about things like that.
I just wanted to remind everybody that all our facilities, including the forest, is a pack it in, pack it out. So
Good.
it means anything you bring in, you bring out with you. Pack
Right.
it in, pack it out, keep it clean, keep it green.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, they're not roaming around emptying garbage cans here. So take it out with you. We like to have you guys here, and it's a great reminder year-round that the Forest Service is available. It's here for us to enjoy, and I
Absolutely.
always love having you guys on to tell us about
Thank you.
what's up there, whatever season of the year. There's always something to do.
Definitely.
Well, good. Well, we thank you for that, and we thank you for watching today's show. That's all for now. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.